Hey, you guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another episode of This Piscean Reports. How's everybody doing? Hopefully, you guys are having a lovely evening. For those of you new to my channel, welcome aboard, you guys. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. Welcome back. Alrighty, so I thought I would do a nice little reading for you guys. And I was just sitting here thinking to myself, 'twas the night before Thanksgiving, my cards in a row. My guides are whispering, it's time for tarot. So I'm like, yes, let's do this. Now, I want to name this particular reading, What Went Wrong and What I want to say what went wrong and what went right, or what went wrong and what can go right. Okay, so we are going to start with the Burning Rose Love Shadow cards. Your first card here. Beautiful, right? What could go wrong? We have this beautiful divine union, right? I love it. Let's see what else we got going on here. What went wrong? You've got the card of consumed. Consumed. Okay? Obsessed, jealous, chaos. Look at this man here. He's sitting here with all of this craziness going on around him. And it's interesting. Wow. Wow, that's interesting. I'm just now seeing that. And then your third card, you had the card of swept away. Okay, caught up in the romance or clearing out emotions. So when I look at the first two cards here, I was like, oh my gosh. Okay. So here you are, and I see the look on your face, and it's like, we were in a divine union. You were perceiving you guys' connection as a divine union. Okay. And look how you looking over at him, consumed, caught up. Okay. You've got obsession, jealousy, and chaos. So what went wrong? Well, for some of you guys, I want to say, you are in a relationship and someone was jealous of your connection with your person. Okay, it could be your best friend. Everybody's different, right? So you guys know. So take it as it applies for you. You guys got, here you are thinking you have this beautiful connection. And for some of you, let me say this as well. You may very well be in a divine union. Okay, but, if life has taught me nothing else, is that, sometimes, you can have things go wrong, even in a divine union. Just because it's a divine union doesn't always indicate it's going to be perfect and flowers and sunshine all the time. We're all humans, and clearly with swept away here, it's like, well, what went wrong? So if you have someone, like say your friend is jealous of your relationship, okay, so much so to the point to where they wanted your person, okay, you was swept away and caught up in the romance. I feel like your person, male or female, you guys, it's certainly, if you're a young man and you like, yeah, that's what went wrong. All right. I'm sitting over here thinking we got this beautiful thing going on, and whoop, she turns out and she's, sleeping with my boy. She got caught up. They got caught up. If it's a woman, I would say 9 times out of 10, she got caught up in it. Your dude was like looking over at y'all and secretly longing and wishing and wanting your girl. Okay, so much so that when your back was turned, things happened. They got caught up, swept up in a, a romantic moment or something like that. Maybe you have, friends who are jealous. If it is not your friend, it is a family member who is jealous. Sometimes we have those sisters who feel like, why should you have him? And they make a move. First time your back is turned, they think you could trust family. And well, do I want to say that? I won't say that. I won't say that. It happens. Sometimes people get swept up, caught up in a, in something, and it may not necessarily be from what I'm seeing here. It is not necessarily your person's fault, male or female. I don't feel like it's necessarily. I see, someone who is obsessed, jealous of the happiness. You guys had a divine union, and maybe they were just straight flat out jealous of what you had going on. So they decided to come in and, get basically mess your world up, That is nuts. So I saw that and I was like, oh my goodness. And so I see the look on your face here. I thought we were a divine couple. Okay. You guys, 9 times out of 10, you may very well be that. You may be that beautiful divine union, but people are human and they make mistakes and things happen. Okay. It doesn't mean that this person is no longer your person. It just means that your person is human, and things happen sometimes. Sometimes things just happen. They got caught up, okay? And that's the good, kind of sort of good news, if you want to call it that, because so I dealt 3 cards. Well, what can go right here? Like, how can we fix this? Can this even be fixed? Or should you just call it? So we are dealing with the Whispering Heart romance. What I probably should do, you know what? Let me see something here. Let's see. I just want to see if there's any other cards to indicate before I move on with that. This is more like advice from spirit. In a way, you've got taming anger. So in that aspect of it, yes, this is spirit saying that, you do have this divine union. Did they make a mistake? Yes, they did. They got caught up. Okay, somebody, somewhere, somehow, with jealousy and obsessed, somebody just did not want to see you happy. Or maybe they just didn't want to see you happy with that person, so they just, slid in there and did what they did, And then the advice from spirit is, what? Tame your anger, okay? Don't roar in arguments, right? You've got pride here. That's the word I'm more focused on. Spirit is saying, don't let your pride get the better of you, okay? So clearly you've got something here that is worth saving. Okay, one more. We're gonna get one more. Oh, see, there you go. Again, here's something from spirit again. You've got silent remnants. Okay, amid uncertainty, love has the power to rebuild trust. So yeah, you're mad. Yes, it happened, but you guys are a divine couple. Okay. The advice from spirit, like I said, is just to control your anger. Are you mad? Hell yeah, you're mad. You should be mad, right? You would think, if you're in this amazing divine union, that you should be above reproach, or that is the assumption. But again, like I said, sometimes we're human. Nobody's perfect. We make mistakes. And in this particular case, you guys have something that is worth saving. Okay. With Whispering Heart, your next card here, you had Ever After. Okay, having the fortitude to create a lasting love. So there is this can be repaired. Believe it or not, as crazy as that may seem, this can be repaired, okay? But I see down here, long term, all in, and invest. Okay, so can you guys get to this beautiful point here where you see 2 people walking off into, into Neverland, Neverland, happiness land, and it's like, they love each other. I feel like the Spirit wants you to know that you guys love each other a lot, okay? And are you angry? Yes. Can this be saved? Yes. Okay, but that advice where, listen, I don't know if you kicked them out, or for some of you, you may very well have put them out. Others of you, they may still be in the house with you, but there's heavy duty arguments, right? And it's like, I know, and you're probably looking at it like saying, this can't be saved. I think if you guys get into those arguments and the fighting, and then you just say, you know what, this is ridiculous, why am I doing this? And things get said that shouldn't be said, and things like that, in which case, like I said, they said, don't don't let your anger get the better of you, okay? And yeah, it looks a mess, and you think it's over, and you think it's done, but like with Silent Remnants, it says remains, history, restored. This thing can be rebuilt, okay? Amid uncertainty, love has the power to rebuild. So, it's unfortunate, okay, but it can still, Spirit wants you to know it can be saved, okay? Your very next card here, you had expression. Okay, I see vulnerable and honesty, being able to share your feelings openly. This is that time where you guys need to talk, and then, like I said, honestly, with honesty, openly, like get it out. The only way you're going to fix this, and it makes total sense, if everybody says what needs to be said. How could you do this? Why did you do this? And then they need to be honest, and if they messed up, admit to it, own it. Anything can be forgiven if you're willing to admit your mistake. I'm sorry, baby, I didn't mean to do that. I know I hurt you. It didn't mean, something. Hopefully your person will be able to express themselves, openly, and let them know. If you've got the kind of guy who's a man of few words, we'll say that. If you are dating someone who's a man of few words, he's not that one to express his feelings. If he's going to say this, if you guys are going to say this, you need to say so. Listen, if you want to have any chance with me right now, I need you to be honest. I need you to tell the truth. It's the only way this is going to happen, and make them understand you mean that. Stand on that, and then everybody talk. It's going to involve being a little vulnerable. Yeah, but do you want to save it or don't you? Right? So your next card here. Oh, love it. You had the card of making magic. Oh, so pretty. Everything's, well, I'm going to go with this because, we're not there yet with that particular message, but I see trust and believe in love. And that's what made me say, you know what? Yep. Even the cards, before we saw the cards up top, I was like, yeah. Did somebody mess up? Yes, they did. But you guys have the kind of love that can be saved with divine union. You guys got that kind of love. Is it going to be easy? Nope. And it's a divine union. Oh no, it's going to be some hell to pay. Okay. But like I said, can it be saved? Yes. And like they said, trust and believe in love, let me see what was on the bottom here. Oh God. Yeah. You had ephemeral, and this will help. I think this will help you, collective. This is going to help you. You had ephemeral. Okay. Short term. It was having a brief affair. Short term, having fun. Okay. Did your person mess up? Yeah, they did. Are they in love or anything like that? No. Absolutely not. They just straight got caught up. Like they said, with the card of swept away, They just, bottom line, they just got swept up. They let somebody, blow their head up, or like I said, the minute your back is turned, somebody's slipping, your dude a number, and they get to talking and saying just the right things. Basically, maybe what your friend will and won't do in certain situations. We'll just say that. And so what you won't do, maybe your person said they'll do. She'll do it. He'll do it. You know, she's too sweet. I like, I want a little, you know, games, SEX games, right? And she's like, oh, well, hey, I'm into the whole dominatrix thing. And you like, oh, shit, and it just grows and it became something. And they got caught up in, but the good news is your person is not in love with that person. They made a mistake. They did something so profoundly stupid. So stupid. Okay, but can it be saved? Yes. Can this is what went wrong. They're so they messed up. They're human. If you're gonna save this, it helps to say to yourself, well, they're human. We're all human. Everybody makes a mistake. Okay. I was wondering if I want to draw two more Whispering Heart, or just go to the Hidden Truth. I was thinking about doing the Hidden Truth Oracle and see what we have here. So let me see, which one do I want to do? Do we want to do two more Whispering Heart? I really like this. I think I'm going to leave it. Trust and believe in love. And like I said, on the bottom of the deck, I'll even put that up there. Bottom of the deck. It was brief. It was stupid. Okay. And yeah, we'll leave it there. I'm going to leave that there. Now, let me see. I think I will do 3 of the Hidden Truth in this situation. What's your person want to say? What is the hidden truth? If your person is that one who is a man of few words, or is that one that doesn't wear his heart on his sleeve, or is they're just not that one. Maybe they came up in a family dynamic that promoted that. So let's just see with the cards. We'll find out what the deal is with the cards. Let's go. Well, it says I don't react when people mention you. So if you put your person out and they're saying, and you've got friends who got friends, and they're saying, or, it could be as simple as the universe just wants you to know, what, they're just trying to play the role when they out there. Okay, if you put them out, or if they have their own place, you guys have not officially married, but you guys are dating, and you thought this was a solidified, relationship, in which case they messed up, and you're just like, oh my God, how could I have been so stupid? I messed up again. And no, it is possible that you guys would have a divine relationship. You guys are that union. You guys are that couple. But like I said, people make mistakes. And I would say, since your person is maybe your person's a strong silent type, you get people who want to try to, bait them into conversation. If his friends ask him, how's he doing? He's not gonna, how's your girl doing? How, they're trying to fish around. Maybe you got, somebody at work trying to fish around, or your friend is trying to fish around, or something. And bottom line, they don't react. Okay, they're not getting anything out of your person at all. They're like, nope, you're not gonna get me on that. I'm not going to react. I don't want to talk about it. They're in that, of course, strong silent type. I don't even want to talk about this, okay? Let's change the subject. They say, hey, how's so-and-so doing? Change the subject. All right. And it's like that, I want to feel that way again. Okay? They like what you guys have. They want to feel, maybe they want to, you've lost a degree of respect for your person, right? In which case they like, I want to feel that again. I want to be that one in your world. And maybe they're afraid that they've lost that position, you know. They messed up. Okay, our beautiful union is no more, they think you don't look at them the same way you used to, and they're like, man, I want to feel that again. I want to be that one to you again. So even though they messed up, did they mess up? Yeah, they messed up. But they just want to be that one to you. Whatever they were to you before, they want to feel that again. They want to feel your love, your pride in them. Does she still think I'm her everything? That type of thing. Okay, one more. What do we got? Oh, yeah. You guys are definitely in separation. There's no, we're residing under the same roof. Look, it says, I wonder if you're happy without me. Are you collective? Are you happy without him? Look, are you really? Are you really? Okay. Um, I see things here, like I said, there is there a chance? What can go right in this situation? Did it go wrong? Hell yeah, it went wrong. Can it go right? Yes, it can. Okay, watch your words, and like I said, let them know. Stand on it. I need you to speak up. I need you to tell me. I need you to say to me that you messed up. I need to hear I'm sorry. I need to hear I love you. Tell them. But I don't know if you should necessarily tell them those particular words, because who wants somebody to tell you something you just basically repeated? But you get what I'm saying. You want to hear that, but let them know. I need you to be honest, and then pray that the words you're looking for come out of his mouth. Okay, but he's wanting to feel that feeling with it. I want her to love me like she used to. I want her to respect me like she used to. I want to be that one for her again. And then I wonder if you're happy without you. He's wondering. He wants to know. Wants to know. Can I get back in? I don't think you are, because if you are, like I said, Spirit says the vibe I get is that it is worth saving. Those of you who say, you know what, I do feel them. I'm not happy. I do want them back. Did they mess up? Yeah, but that was my person. I don't want to look anywhere else. I found my person. In which case, no, you're not happy. Watch one of your friends say, oh, go look at that one reading it, and they find out, oh, dang, she is unhappy without me. She does miss me. Who knows? You can get back in there. Oh my God, don't make me cry. Oh, don't make me cry. Don't make me cry. Don't make me cry. Oh my God. What is your next card? Oh my God, don't make me cry, y'all. Oh my God, look. I love you. I love you. How beautiful is this? I love you. Okay, so did your person mess up? Yes, they did. Are you happy without them? Most likely, probably not. Okay, but universe wants you to know this is what he will not say. If you got the strong silent type, they are not talking to nobody about you too. Okay, but the reality is they want your love, they want your respect, they want everything they had with you before, and they are hoping and praying that you are not happy without them because they love you. How beautiful is that? Oh my God, don't make me cry. Don't make me cry. Oh my God, I love that. Oh, check this out. Look at what was on the bottom of the deck. I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. Okay, so yeah, we learned lessons. That happens. Things happen. Okay. But what you have can be overcome. It can. Okay. So that's the good news here. I love that. I love it. Oh my gosh, look at. Oh my God, that was next. It was my fault, but I blamed you. So if you guys have had words which can understand, I understand why Spirit is saying, okay, temper your anger. I know you probably mad, you if these words fell out of their mouth, they would, I asked you if you would do that. You said you wasn't into that or you wouldn't do it. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord, oh my Lord. All right. In which case it was my fault. I blamed you. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. But bottom line, they're like, look, if I can't be with you, I need you to know I love you. And I am grateful for this lesson. Okay. Now they know from here on out. Now they know you're the one. Now I know you're the one for me. I love you. I was a fool. I will never make that mistake again. You know? And for those of you, if your person tried to put it off on you, whew, God help them. God help them. But, I don't know. You had down there vulnerable and honesty. Maybe they were honestly telling you I was really into that, but you weren't. And I tripped. I'll never do it again. I'll never do it again, and shoot, maybe he'll say no, but really though, that is my jam. Maybe you guys can fix it from there. I don't know. But anyway, so I am going to leave this here, especially I love you. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm going to, I want to feel that again. I want to feel your love. I want to feel your respect. I want your, whatever it was you gave, they want that back. And they feel lost without it. Okay. Alrighty, I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm going to leave that there. Okay. I hope you liked the message. If you did, do me a favor and hit the like button. Because, yeah, that's what went wrong. Somebody tripped. Somebody messed up. But what can go right here? The universe says this absolutely can be saved. Everybody's got to talk. I know everything it feels like it's in ruins and it's just, it's beyond repair. But, a little talking, a little time apart, cooler, calmer heads and coming back together and maybe you guys can fix it. Okay. Um, Let me see. Once again, I don't know if I said it before, but if I did, if you liked it, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel because nothing to make me happier than let you know this can be saved. They love you. At the end of the day, they love you. If they don't say it, and they better, but if they don't say it, you heard it right here in the card. Spirit wanted you to know. Okay? All right, I'm going to go ahead and go. I will see you guys next time on the next video. You guys have a great evening. Those of you who are cooking, let's get it going. Let's get these pies in the oven. Let's get these greens on. Let's get this turkey done. Let's make it happen, okay? And, I don't know if I'll do a video tomorrow because I'll be cooking all stinking day, afternoon. So I don't know. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the games, Oh, what's Thanksgiving without football? Anyway, I'm going to go. I'll see you guys next time on the next video. Y'all have a great night, okay? Talk to you later. Bye-bye.